Hintayin natin yung iba ha. Let's wait for the others. Ang Zoom kasi namamatay siya after 40 minutes. Janice, may mga bagong pasok. Okay lang, Ariel. Yung house rules natin, open cam, open your camera, mute and is called for participation, and raise hands if you have an idea. Open cam tayo. Oh. Dumadami tayo. Nice. Ang meeting natin every other week, ha? Halimbawa, ngayon, meron. Next week, activities. Ay, next week, may quiz tayo, ha? Quiz and material lang ibibigay natin. Tapos, after next week, next week, may klase ulit. Basta every other week. Di bali may GC naman tayo. Yung mga hindi pa kasama sa GC, i-add natin ha. Yung mga nandito naman na hindi pa nakapag-join, add nyo lang ako. Tapos, yung YouTube channel natin, add, nyo like and subscribe nyo na rin para once na meron tayong mga new videos, mapanood nyo. Okay? Tumami tayo. Maganda to. Introduce nyo pa sana yung nyo kasi wala na tayong oras. Bitin na tayo. Next time na lang. Okay, balikan natin. Yung describe na tayo. Tell what you see according to Janice. Yung tanong ko kanina, what time of day or night is it? How can we tell? Paano natin makikita sa description natin or paano natin malalaman na alas 12 ng tanghali yon? Ang tinanong ko kanina, si Marian ba? Or si Joyce?
Ako po.
Okay, Joyce. Paano natin malalaman?
Doon po sa ipipaint nila, ma'am. If parang yung light colors, ibig sabihin po morning po nilang pinipaint yon. And then if dark, night. Ganun po, ma'am.
You have an idea. Tama nga naman yon. Para malaman natin kung daytime or nighttime siya ginawa. Pero yung exact oras, paano natin malalaman? Halimbawa ko yung alas 12 ng tanghali. Paano natin malalaman na alas 12 ng tanghali yon? Jarek and Michael, can you open your cam? Yan. Ang mga itsura natin, walang pangit. Kaya wag niyong itago. Akin nga, pangit, di ko tinatago eh. Sa inyo pa kaya na ang gwagwapo at ang kaganda nyo? Okay, paano natin malalaman yung oras? Okay, Michael Vincent. Yan. Para marinig ko naman yung boses mo. Patingin yung muka, yung itsura. Yan. I-ano mo, center mo yung camera. Ganon din kay Jeric tsaka kay Ariel. Wag lang yung mata. Kasi yung grade din na ibibigay namin sa inyo, hindi lang hanggang mata. Diba? Grade yun, buo yun. Kaya dapat buo din makikita na mukha nyo. Okay, Michael. Paano? Do you have an idea? Paano natin malalaman na kung anong oras ginawa yung painting or yung exact oras ng painting? Makikita mo, kung pinaint siya, nandun siya sa bukid. Paano mo siya idodrawing para malaman ng mga viewers mo na alas 12 ng tanghali yon?
Siguro ma'am sa mga background po, ganon.
Background? In what way? Paano yung background?
Kunyari po yung sun po ma'am, ganon. Pag tirik na tirik po siguro ma'am, ganon po.
Okay, very good. Yung tirik na tirik, halimbawa yung shadow, yun na yun, yung shadow. Hindi na natin palayuin. Yung shadow, malalaman natin kung anong oras. Diba traditionally, wala namang orasan tulad natin ngayon in the 21st century. Before, tinitingnan na lang yung shadow. Diba? Yung araw, posisyon ng araw. Doon natin malalaman kung yung anong exact oras ginawa yung painting or anong oras yung painting na yon, yung pinaint niya. Diba? That is how we describe. Kailangan natin, hindi lang natin makikita na i-describe lang natin kung anong nakita natin, like puno, bulaklak, hindi lang yung mga objects. Pero dapat mapansin din natin every angle. Isa yun yung oras. Last question in description. What is the overall visual effect or mood of the work? Ayan, yung mood, overall visual effect. Yung you, yung mood, at effect. Next is analyze. Who wants to read? Raise hand. Analyze. Analyze. Okay, Ariel.
Analyze. Mentally separate the parts or element shapes, forms, light, dark or bright, dull, colors, types of lines, and sensory qualities. Describe how the artist used them to organize the elements.
Okay, thank you, Ariel. After description, we move forward to the analyze, to the second step. In analyze, like the description of Matt Fassel, this is how the artist used the different elements or parts in organizing them. Okay? Yung technique, diba? How you organize the elements like shapes, forms, like dark colors, bright or dull colors, types of lines, and sensory qualities. Paano ginamit yon? Anong technique ang ginamit? Paano niya pinag-combine? Anong ginamit niya technique? And number 3, interpretation. Sinong gusto magbasa? Okay, may mga question din pala tayo analyze. I forgot. Una, how has the artist used the color in the work? Paano ginamit yung kulay? Matingkad ba? Hinaluan? Yung green ba? Hinaluan niya ng kulay yellow para medyo mag-light? What sort of effect do the colors have on the artwork? Ano yung exact effect ng color? How has the artist used shapes within the work of art? Different shapes. How have lines been used in the work? Has the artist used them as an important or dominant part of the work? Or do they play a different role? Oh, yun. Kadalasan dito sa analyze, you are answering the question how, yung mga technique. What role does texture play in the work? Has the artist used the illusion of texture? Or has the artist used actual texture? How has texture been used within the work? Okay, unahin natin na color, mga lines, texture. Next, how has the artist used the light in the work? Light din yon. Is there an illusion of a scene with lights and shadows? Yung kanina, di ba malalaman natin yung oras? Or does the artist use lights and dark values in more abstracted way? Next, how has the overall visual effect, na yung next, visual effect or mood of the work or works been achieved by the use of elements of art and principles of design? Paano na-achieve yung overall visual effect niya? Through using the different elements and principles of design. How are the artist's design tools used to achieve a particular look or focus? Paano yun na-achieve? Next, number 3, interpretation. Who wants to read? Raise hand. Interpretation.
Ako na po, ma'am.
Si Marian. Nagtaas lang kamay si Marian. Marian muna.
Interpretations seeks to explain the meaning of work based on what you have learned about the artwork. What do you think the artist was trying to say?
Okay, this is your perception about the artist which he or she is trying to say. There is no wrong interpretation as what I said before. Or what was the artist's statement in this work? What do you think is the statement of the artist? What do you think it means? Ano yung meaning niya? What does it mean to you? Also to you as a reader or as a viewer? How does this relate to you in your life? O, di ba? Based sa experience natin. Kaya nga, di ba, depending sa'yo, sa perception mo kung maganda ang bagay, depende rin yan sa experience mo. Halimbawa, yung art is tungkol sa mga heartbroken. Eh, ikaw, enjoy na enjoy ka, masaya ka with your relationship with your boyfriend or girlfriend. Sa tingin mo, makaka-relate ka, di ba? Hindi. Pero yung heartbroken, nakaka-relate siya, kaya feeling niya, ang ganda-ganda nung artwork. It also talks about how you relate yourself, your experience to the experience of the artist. What feelings do you have when looking at this artwork? Anong nararamdaman mo? Natatouch ka ba? Kasi yung nakaka-relate ka kasi yung painting, it talks about mother and child relationship, ganon, yung about family, di ba? What do you think there are things in the artwork that represent other things, symbols, di ba? Symbolic. Why do you think that the artist chose to work in this manner and made these kinds of artistic decision? O, di ba? Yung interpretation mo, bakit ganun yung ginawa ng artist? And why did the artist create this artwork? Okay. Anong goal ng artist in making that artwork? Lastly, judgment. Okay, Joyce.
Nawawala po, hindi ko po makita dito sa kwan ko, ma'am.
Sa?
Color sa Zoom, ma'am, color black po dito sa akin, ma'am.
Para sa iba, ganun din ba?
Hindi
Zoom po
po.
yung gamit namin.
Okay, baka yung signal niya siguro. Signal mo siguro, Joyce. Okay, iba na lang magbasa. Sino ang gusto? Michael.
Anong
Vincent.
number po ba, ma'am?
Number 4. Okay, Jeric.
Judgment. This is your personal evaluation based on on the understanding of the works. Sorry, ma'am.
Okay lang. After careful observation, yung description natin, your analysis and interpretation of an artwork, this is the next step. Okay? We can say that you are already prepared or ready to make your own judgment. This is your personal evaluation based on your understanding of the given work. Some questions that you might consider are the following. Why do you think that this work has intrinsic value or worth? What is the value that you find in this work? For example, it is beautiful work of art. Right? conveys an important social message, affects the way that I see the world, makes insightful connections, reaffirms a religious belief, and more. Next, do you think that the work or works has a benefit for others? Yun, yung judgment mo na yun. Do you find that the work communicates an idea, feeling, or principle that would have the value for others? Diba? Yung nakikita mo ba, nakakita rin kaya ng iba? That's your judgment. What kind of an effect do you think the work could have for others? Does the work lack value or worth? Kulang ba? Diba? In judging or in criticizing an artwork, you are not just focusing on the positive. You have to see or look for the negative as well. Pero hindi ko sinabing lahat negative. You have to balance, okay? Hindi porket nakaka-relate ka doon, puro positive na yung sinasabi mo. Magbigay ka ng mga negative na nakikita mo. Bakit kaya natin ginagawa yon? In order to improve the specific artwork at para rin ma-develop or ma-enhance din yung sarili nyo. Na kapag kayo ang gumawa, you have to do the following techniques. You have to do that specific principle of design. Diba? That is the judgment. Does the work lack value or worth? Why do you think this is so? Could the reason you find the work lacking come from a poor use of elements of art? May tawag tayo. Off ko na lang muna, mamaya na yan. Sorry for the interruption again. Okay, that is your judgment. Rather than seeing the work as being very effective or without total value, does the work fall somewhere in between? Maganda, pangit, or in between lang siya? Do you think that the work is just okay? Where do you base your opinion? Bakit mo nasabi yun? Dapat meron kang theory. Meron kang basihan. Hindi mo lang sinabing pangit yan. You must indicate the reasons why. Does it have a lack of personal expression? The work lacks a major focus and more. That is your judgment. Your final recommendation as well. To sum it up, we discussed basic assumptions about art. Diba? Yung 10. Hindi ko sinabi yung exact na sagot kasi may mga hindi pa tapos. So, syempre, dapat rin natin. Pero nagsabi ako ng ilan. Steps in art criticism. Again, what are the 4 steps according to Janice and Matt Fassel? Ariel.
Po.
What are the steps in art criticism? Ano yung 4? Open your cam. Ariel, are you with us? Ariel?
Ma'am, wait po.
Okay, Marian,
Ano
can
po yung
you help
tanong,
me?
ma'am?
Okay, sige. Give another chance for Ariel. What are the 4 steps in art criticism according to Matt Fassel and Janice?
Ma'am, the
Wait.
first is describe, interpretation, judgment, and analyze po.
Okay. Thank you, Marian. Okay, Jerry, kindly give the logical order, yung pagkakasunod-sunod. Jerry,
Parang uulitin ko lang yun, ma'am.
yung pagkakasunod-sunod. Kung yun ang narinig mong pagkakasunod-sunod according to my discussion.
The steps of critiquing art: description, analysis, analyze, interpretation, judgment, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Those are the 4 steps. And I already posted the activity in the Google Classroom. At sinend ko na rin yung mga module natin. Yung mga module din yung sasagutan yun kasi nakapost na yung mga activity. Binigay ko lang yun para meron kayong soft copy for references for the exam, for the quiz. And I already announced that next week, next Friday, we will have a quiz about the topic from the concept of art, basic assumptions, and about the basic art criticism. Okay, the whole 3 weeks. These are my references. Do you have more questions? May mga tanong?
Wala.
Wala? Sigurado? How about Michael, Jeric, Ariel, Anna Joy, and Marian? May question kayo?
Nothing, ma'am.
Nothing, ma'am.
Okay. Kung wala na,
Wala na
pakita niyo yung buong mukha niyo at ano muna tayo, screenshot tayo ng mga picture natin. Sayang, di nyo alam no. Sana nakapag-makeup kayo ng mas maaga-aga. Ay, yung buong mukha, Jeric, Ariel, Anna Joy, open your cam. Michael. Michael, naghang yung ano mo, picture mo. Okay, mag-count ako 1, 2, 3. Isa pa. 1, 2, 3. Waki. Okay, thank you so much. That's all for today. And see you again next week. Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye, ma'am.
Bye po.
Goodbye. God bless.
Bye, ma'am. Thank you po.